Inside Durango News is brought to you by the Payroll Department, offering you and your business accurate professional and personal payroll services.
We live in an area that many consider paradise, but Southwest Colorado also has a less fortunate face. It's our veterans, and despite the many programs available, dozens are homeless or at risk of finding themselves on the streets. Quantifying the number of homeless in the country, let alone in La Plata County, is difficult because of the very nature of transience and homelessness. Nevertheless, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development estimates that 7% of the homeless population comprises veterans, while another group, the National Coalition of Homeless Veterans, puts that number at 12%. In La Plata County, 7% of the population claims veteran status, but veterans comprise 15% of the homeless in our community. 2 years ago, Volunteers of America, working in collaboration with the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, received funding for 2 programs to help veterans find stable and permanent housing. The first is called the Veterans Back Home program. VOA representatives help veterans and their families who are at risk of becoming homeless. They help them with financial resources, help them negotiate with landlords, and help them navigate the complex system of benefits. The second program, the Veterans Transitional Housing Program, supports 8 beds in the Durango Community Shelter that are set aside for male and female veterans suffering from chronic homelessness. Once they're sheltered, they're provided with caseworkers who help them get the services they need. During the past 2 years, VOA has helped 150 veterans and their families find and maintain stable housing. Local Volunteers of America Director Sandra Leavenworth says that the shelter sees veterans from every walk of life and from every conflict since the Korean War.
Well, the veterans we're serving are actually from multiple different conflicts. So we're serving young veterans who are returning just recently from current conflicts. We're also serving veterans who served in Vietnam or the Korean War. So multiple different conflicts and different issues that come with that. One of the things that young veterans are noticing is many young veterans are doing more than one tour, and with each additional tour, those local support networks can break down a little further. So we have young veterans coming back where their support network really has disintegrated somewhat, and they need outside support in regaining self-sufficiency. Some of our older veterans didn't receive support when they first came back, and have a lot of recovery still to do from that time. So each situation is unique, but certainly we're finding that one of the things the veterans we serve need the most is support in getting through the bureaucracy in accessing the services and benefits that they've earned.
Leavenworth says the VOA programs are just 2 of among a dozen programs in Southwest Colorado that exist to help local veterans find the services and support they need to build successful lives after the military.
Durango is working really hard to build a safety net for veterans. Our programs are a part of that, but there's many, many other hardworking individuals and groups who are working on making that happen.
From the VFW to the Blue Star Moms, it looks like Durango really is taking care of its own. Good news though, Monty. According to the Department of Housing and Urban Development, homelessness among veterans has been reduced by 24% over the past 4 years. So that does show that it's been quite a problem if it's been reduced by that much.
It does, but the good news is that it's being reduced, and hopefully it's going to get reduced even more, especially here in La Plata County, where they've got a program now in conjunction with the Volunteers of America.
It's all about getting the infrastructure in place to get people the help they need.
That's right, and getting them into a home.
Yep.
And speaking of homes, is Durango becoming a mecca for telecommuters who work from home? Up next, after the break.